Two former Mid-Atlantic champions, as I just read down the career stats for both teams. Unbelievable the number of championships and cheap sluts that have been netted by both teams in this thing. Just unbelievable the accolades of all 8 of these men. Truly 8 of the men that built CWF Mid-Atlantic.
I thought we were going to be here all night just reading that list. And speaking of being here all night, we could be in for a long one here, Brad Stutts.
Absolutely. Eaton and Converse slugging it out. If there's anyone on the Mid-Atlantic roster that is more aggressive than Walter Eaton, it might be the assassin Ric Kandrack. So you got to think the tenaciousness, the roughness has got to go to the All-Stars, the advantage on that.
Absolutely. These guys are not afraid to take a shortcut or two if it comes down to it. But
well, I might postulate that the Dynasty are not afraid to take a shortcut either.
That's very true. But the All-Stars have been working together for a long, long time now. They are like a well-oiled machine, especially when you get Walter Eaton and Roy Wilkins in the ring together. And Xsiris was jumped before the scheduled match at the last event. Ric Converse had to go it alone, and he wants some payback.
Xsiris has got his hands on Roy Wilkins now. Side slam, cover 2. It's a tough match, these elimination rules. You got to wrestle somewhat defensively, but you want to wrestle offensively too and hit your big moves and try to get rid of people.
Absolutely. I mean, if both teams, your optimal option here would be to get this thing done as quick as possible. You got to pin 4 guys. And Steve Greene, a very rare appearance in ring by Steve Greene.
His career was pretty much ended by a severe back injury. Wrestling against doctor's orders tonight. You know, he hoped to be part of the 30-man Rumble back 4 weeks ago. Doctors would not clear him. I spoke to him at the Rumble in front of everybody on the live pay-per-view broadcast, and Steve Greene said, to hell with the doctors. Give me a month to get in the best shape I can get in, and I will stand with my brethren in the Dynasty tonight. 4-on-4 elimination match. There will definitely be as few as 4 falls. That's a clean sweep situation. Cover from Attitude. Only gets 2. There will definitely be as few as 4 falls or as many as 7 falls.
I would be shocked. I'll go on the record. I will be shocked if we get a clean sweep on either side here.
Coach is calling for the clean sweep.
Of course, Coach is.
We heard him when the bell rang. He wants to see the clean sweep.
And I'd say Steve Greene definitely got himself into shape for this.
Yeah, he looks great. But as this thing goes on, if it does get to a situation where we're seeing 4, 5, 6 falls break out, we could see his endurance, his cardiovascular conditioning come into question.
And you might see a similar situation with the coach, to be perfectly fair.
Well, very true. Cover. Red Jones is right there, but the assassin breaks it up and has eyes on Converse.
And he's going to dare Converse to come at him.
Look at the aggression from both sides. Referee Red Jones is pulling people apart already.
And tell me Ric Kandrack won't fight all 4 of them by himself.
Ric Kandrack will fight this entire room, this whole building by himself.
I used to team with the guy, and he didn't even like me.
Walter Eaton complaining about a tag. Roy Wilkins has really been run through the ringer here.
Hey, coach is not going to tag.
Yeah, he reached for a hand, and the coach wanted to make sure it was not his hand.
He alligator armed him on that one. Oh, here goes Xsiris. Man, Xsiris trying to take out all 4 of them by himself. He got Walter Eaton hard whip in the corner. Xsiris coming in with a house of fire. And he has from the opening bell.
Yeah, Xsiris may be the most fired up of anyone. As you alluded to, he missed the big event 2 weeks ago as a result of being jumped and possibly injured by the All-Stars. Like you said, he may be the most fired up of anybody.
Yeah, he didn't even make it to the ring. He got jumped in the locker room.
He's calling for the coach. I don't see Coach being very eager to step in.
Hey, check out those socks.
We'll get a better shot of him later on as the match progresses, I'm sure, but Coach kind of looks like the old Christmas creature from Memphis.
He kind of does.
He looks very festive tonight here in early November.
I was going to say he looked like the Grinch that stole Christmas, which is a very accurate description of Coach Gemini.
Steve Greene on top, only gets 2.
Nice float over out of that suplex.
Yeah, very much so. The technical prowess I got to give the edge to the Dynasty, I think. You know, you're not going to find, heads up, attitude, going to fly here. Yes, he does.
Nice.
Up and over. Kandrack was there for the save again if needed.
And you notice Ric Kandrack is always the first one from the All-Stars to dive into the ring.
To say that Kandrack is hyper-aggressive might be an understatement.
And they call him the assassin for a reason. A nice head scissor here.
Yeah, very nice. I was about to say that the technical prowess of somebody like Attitude, Converse, or really even Xsiris or Steve Greene is not to be messed with. You got to think that the technical prowess, the technicians are on the Dynasty team. Eaton trying to fight out, and Eaton gets to the assassin, and the assassin is not backing down from a single soul in this building. He marches into the Dynasty corner assertively.
Absolutely, and Ric Converse made a mistake. He hesitated. He did not want to go headlong in there with Ric Kandrack.
I got to think anybody else on the All-Star team would have not charged in to the Dynasty corner, but Kandrack does not care.
Ric Kandrack lives a life of being perpetually pissed off. That's day in and day out in life. And he might run a clean sweep by himself. If any man could do it.
I gotta say, given the championship resume of this team, 8 Mid-Atlantic championships, 2 Rumble wins, a Weaver Cup, 4 Wrestler of the Year awards, if Kandrack pins all 4 of these guys in one night, that would be, I think, perhaps the most amazing thing we've ever seen.
But honestly, not that far out of the realm of possibility. And here comes the coach.
Christmas Creature decks him right in the guts and gets the assassin back in.
He wound up and threw that fastball to the gut.
Coach has had so many concussions, I wonder if he thinks it's Christmas time already.
I wonder if he remembers how to wrestle.
Fair point.
Or remembers what he had for breakfast. He might be the Christmas Creature now. You might be right. And we have our question answered about the tights versus shorts issue. Unfortunately, he went with the shorts.
Fortunately, he is wearing a shirt, though, so we lucked out there.
Man.
The chicken legs of the coach are on display for all to see. That may be one of his best offensive weapons, is hope to blind you with the glare and the glow off those pearly white legs.
Man, they're like, it's hard to describe, but especially with these spotlights. Check out those shoes. Oh, and Ric Converse got a look at that shoe. Shoulder right into it.
All-Stars working well as a team right now. They seem to have isolated Converse.
You know, we're joking around about the coach, but let's not forget, the guy's been around forever. He knows the ins and outs of the business. He knows pro wrestling.
Absolutely. When I ran down the career stats for the All-Stars, one of those Weaver Cups, a bunch of those tag titles, including the World Tag titles, was Coach Gemini. Frequent partner of Michael Yamaha back in the day and later Jesse Ortega. So a lot of those championships.
Yeah, a lot of those championships. He won a lot of them.
Cover. Wilkins not really being very aggressive on that cover. A little lax.
Yeah, a little bit. I'll never forget one of the great matches I've ever seen. He and Ortega when they lost the tag titles to Fatback, to Corey Edsel and Donnie Dollars.
That was a good night. I don't mind telling you.
And it seems so
after the broadcast, I'll tell you what we did with those belts after that night.
I don't think we can say on the air.
Big clothesline. You can buy the photo set for $5.99 on Clips for Sale, though. Xsiris tags in and basement drop kicks Roy Wilkins right in the face.
We might be the only 2 people in the building that know what Clips for Sale is.
I would strongly doubt that.
All right, the only 2 people in the building wearing shirts.
Fair point. Kandrack in again, so aggressive, so violent is the former Mid-Atlantic champion.
He stays that way, and the All-Stars have been wise. They've kept Kandrack in for a long portion of this. You got to remember, he's got months and months of, I'm sitting on the sidelines. He's trying to work out.
He was forced out of the Mid-Atlantic for 6 months.
By Corey Edsel, as it were.
And boy, when he came back, did he ever make an example of that poor kid San Andreas, the newest graduate of the Mid-Atlantic Dojo, who we have not seen since the assassin got his hands on him.
Has he even shown up to the dojo?
I couldn't tell you. I wouldn't if I was in his position.
No, me neither. I would leave. I would get out of town. And then Walter, the heavy hitter.
The heavy hitter is right.
Yeah, heavy hitter, and he's very proud of the fact that nobody can whoop him, and I believe it. Just saw the nod. He gave the nod to Roy Wilkins.
Great teamwork. Great teamwork from the Goon Squad. 3-time Mid-Atlantic Tag Team Champions, and they are showing why right here. Feet to the chest, did not get it. Xsiris had it scouted, no. Great work from Xsiris, avoiding everything. Oh, but he could not avoid it the second time.
A plan B double stomp right in the chest. And we just saw what great teamwork. All he had to do was give Roy Wilkins a look, and Roy knew exactly what to do.
And he goes to the Dynasty corner here. Goon Squad are setting up a double team of some kind here.
He got it busy with the aeroplanes.
Oh, lariat right in the sternum and the chest on Xsiris. Xsiris is eliminated. The All-Stars will lead it 4-3.
Man, great double team move. And that's exactly, both teams wanted to get that first fall, but I think the All-Stars especially.
You got it, Ray. You got to keep the sweet going.
Go get him, Ray. And I don't know if I would have sent Steve Greene in there with Ray Kandrack.
I don't think I would have, to be perfectly honest.
No disrespect to Steve Greene.
These two have a lot of history with each other.
As I recall, Ray Kandrack beat him for the television title.
It was the other way around. Steve Greene defeated
yes.
Ray Kandrack for the television title in one of Steve Greene's final matches. And Steve has currently got the advantage on Kandrack.
Yeah, nice looking DDT. That seems so long ago that television title change happened. And they're trying to get Xsiris out of here.
Xsiris very disgruntled, having to leave here. Tag into Wilkins. Red Jones allows it, and Wilkins, no, he does not allow the tag. The foot-to-hand contact, Red Jones does not allow it.
That does not count.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Powerhouse situation. Steve Greene has got to be careful of the back and the neck. That injury that Steve Greene suffered, that career-ending injury that I'm sure the All-Stars would love to exploit. Steve Greene is in bad shape right now.
And it doesn't get any easier. You go from Kandrack to Eaton.
Steve Greene, setting sun.
Setting sun, the Yoshitonic. Yes.
Got a Cavril, sunset. No, only got two. Steve Greene has got to be mindful not to jar the spine. Those spinal cord injuries are so dangerous. Steve Greene has got to be mindful of that with everything he does. I don't think it's wise to leave Steve Greene in for this long.
No, me neither.
Oh!
And we see it right there. We know he's going to have trouble with his wind. He hasn't wrestled in a year at least since the Rumble last year. And then you get and then you catch that neck right on the ropes, and now beating on the neck.
He absolutely beat on the neck. Steve Greene is down. Whoa.
Man, this isn't good.
It was a career-ending injury that forced Steve Greene out to begin with.
Yeah, it was the back and the neck of Steve Greene that forced him out.
Steve Greene went down in a heap. Those clubbing shots to the back and the back of the neck. Steve Greene has gone down in a heap.
And that's all it takes is this one clubbing shot, one fall.
Red Jones is saying, I heard stop it. Red Jones, I think, is going to have to stop it and send Steve Greene out of here on an injury. He's back in the rest of the Dynasty back to their corner.
Yeah, it's very rare you see a KO call in wrestling, but we might right here. Is Red Jones going to let him keep going?
I think Walter Eaton pretty much forced it.
We've seen calls like this from Red Jones before.
Steve Greene's hurt bad. Whoa, small package! He got Eaton! Eaton is gone! And Steve Greene is up!
Walter Eaton has been eliminated.
The Dynasty just pulled one over on the All-Stars!
I don't know if it was so much playing possum or if he just caught a second win. Steve Greene is hurt.
Heads up in the ring. Oh, God!
Headbutt right in the face.
And Kandrack has put Steve Greene out of this match.
Steve Greene has been eliminated.
Just as quickly as Steve Greene evened up the odds, the Assassin has swayed things back in the favor of the All-Stars. The All-Stars lead 3-2.
Man, that headbutt right in the side of the face.
Wilkins, the legal man, now that there's an advantage, we got refs and trainees are helping Steve Greene out of here.
And he's not in good shape.
He wrestled against doctor's orders, and Wilkins is looking as confident as he has looked in this entire match now that the All-Stars lead it 3-2.
And believe it or not, there's a big difference between a 4-on-3 and a 3-on-2 advantage. You got one guy you can tag out to. Roy Wilkins, he's got 2 fresh men to tag out to.
All-Stars are sending people out of here in heaps.
Man, that's one way of putting it. And Roy Wilkins, a great technical wrestler. We've touched on it before, and we're seeing it right here. Trying to stretch out Brad Attitude.
Attitude got the arm here. These are 2 great wrestlers that we're seeing tie up, but to your point, Brad Attitude only had one option to tag, and that was Converse.
That's right. So if Converse gets blown up or hurt, then they're in bad shape.
All-Stars have got a big lead here.
Oh, nice elbow.
They've got to get somebody out as quickly as possible.
And I think the Dynasty, believe it or not, I think it's a good idea for them to slow this down right now. Just pick, they're going to have to pick one guy at a time.
Series of kitchen sinks. This is textbook Converse. He likes to follow it with that side Russian. Bam, got him with it. Cover. Too close to the corner, and the All-Stars break it up.
Yeah, take your time, pick apart one guy at a time is the best way for the Dynasty to go right now.
Fans are calling for the Richter scale. That's what he beat Wilkins with last month at the CWF Rumble.
A great match between those 2 at the Rumble.
Undeniably so.
Oh,
gorgeous double suplex. Cover. 2, only gets 2. A problem that the Dynasty is going to have, other than just literally being outnumbered, a problem that the Dynasty is going to have is going to be pretty much anytime they get someone compromised to the point of a pinfall, there's 2 guys that can rush in and break it up. They really need to neutralize 3 people to make one fall happen, and that's really tough.
Yeah, it is. A good idea would be to look for quick pins like we saw Steve Greene do with that small package. Quick pins, maybe even look for a count out if you can.
Wrestling against doctor's orders, you got to think Steve Greene pulled his weight here.
Yeah, you got a guy out.
You got the first man from the All-Stars out.
And a dangerous one at that, and Walter Eaton.
Attitude backed into the corner. Wilkins, the man who has been most closely mentored by Coach Gemini over the years, his prize pupil, if you will, against Coach Gemini's very first student, Brad Attitude, from years and years ago. Attitude trying to capitalize here. 2, so close. Almost got him there. It was almost quick enough, Cecil.
Yeah, that's exactly what they got to look for, something that you wouldn't expect. And he's calling for something here.
Big power slam, nope. Roy, Attitude does not let him have the rolling reverse. Heads up, whoa,
nice
pace
job.
is quickening. Into the cutter, just drilled him with it.
He got
and he gets Wilkins. We are down to 2-on-2.
Hey, Coach. Coach is legal.
I don't think the coach wishes to be legal, but he is.
He tried to rush in to break up that pin. He got caught with his pants down.
Wilkins has been eliminated.
He's about to get counted out. Wilkins got dropped hard with that leaping cutter, and the coach.
Brad Attitude broke the count.
I would send Kandrack in there.
Yeah, I would too, but coach has got to get in the ring to tag him.
Good Lord, what a goofball.
Well, you do got to stretch. Do your calisthenics. Hey, coach really needs a tag.
Well, he's talking strategy with the assassin. Things have slowed down here. It's 2-on-2. Coach is doing everything he can to break any momentum that the Dynasty has created and silence the Sportatorium here. We're about 175 or 180 strong in the Mid-Atlantic Sportatorium tonight.
And the fans are chanting for the coach.
I think the coach is chanting for the coach.
I couldn't hear.
I bet you couldn't.
He's actually going to go for it. The great veteran, the coach, showing a lot of heart and a lot of guts here.
Well, this is an interesting situation. Teacher versus student here. One of the first initial graduates of the Mid-Atlantic Dojo years ago, back when Coach was a tag team champion with Michael Yamaha. was Brad Attitude. Attitude betrayed his trainer, and they had a series of matches. Attitude and Brad Reigns, members of the original Dynasty, against Gemini and Michael Yamaha for the tag team titles. They traded the belts numerous times, and Attitude stomps on the hands of the coach.
And that seems so long ago. He tried to pants him.
Coach is not going to let him have it. Oh, boy. Oh, God.
Hey, can you believe at that time Coach Gemini was a beloved person?
Very much so. He was the head trainer at the dojo. He and Yamaha were the tag team champions, and they are getting the coach right now.
Going around the world here. Kandrack daring him to bring him to that corner.
Woo! Look at the intensity on Kandrack's face.
Brad Attitude's been to third base plenty of times.
Attitude does not want to cross Kandrack.
No.
Covers the coach. 2. No, Kandrack was right there for the save. Coach Gemini, for years now.
Converse.
Good Lord. This guy has had so many concussions. He really should not be wrestling without one of those special helmets.
The special needs helmet?
Well, I was about to say, for years, oh boy, up and over. Coach is moving way faster than he needs to be moving. Zigzag from Brad Attitude. Wonder where he learned that one from.
That was some guy. But that might be another concussion.
Wait.
Smart move.
Kandrack going for Converse. Converse is disoriented on the floor.
And Coach Gemini held the foot of Brad Attitude, and he could not get to the corner quick enough.
Coach is digging for something in that jersey.
Where's he at? He's got the nuts. I saw him tuck it in. He's got the nuts.
He's got something shiny in the coach's hand. Boom!
He just waylaid Brad Attitude with the nuts.
Puts the nuts in Brad Attitude's tights. And the All-Stars are up 2-1. He put the knucks in Brad Attitude's tights. Attitude is knocked unconscious from the brass knucks.
Jaw jacking right with those nuts.
And the coach is so proud of himself. Look at this moron, the coach.
That's awesome. And he's blown up.
Attitude KO'd. Well, Converse doesn't even know what happened, but Attitude is knocked out. He has definitely seen better days here.
He is out.
Converse has seen better days too. It's going to be 2 against 1. Coach and his MVP, the Assassin, against Converse. What is this moron doing?
You'd think he just won the World Series. He's hugging.
And he very eager to get Kandrack back in there.
Yeah, Ray's not celebrating yet.
Coach for years has called Kandrack his MVP. Kandrack is living up to that title tonight. No one in this match has been more fierce, more aggressive, more brutal than the Assassin.
He likes to say he's the baddest man at CWF. I'm hard pressed to disagree.
Converse slugging away here. No,
too much strength from Kandrack.
Bad move. Converse is smarter than this. He's faced big bruisers like Corey Edgel and the Mad Trucker Gary Stevens in his career. He knows better than to do something like that against a man that outweighs him by 30, 40, 50 pounds. And right now he is slugging away at Converse.
And more important than that, Ray Kandrack has taken very little abuse in this match. He is relatively fresh.
Look at this moron, the coach.
Gonna back suplex? No.
No. What is he doing? Oh, Converse slugs the coach. I think he was going for the old knee breaker.
He was, and he didn't have the strength. We got a Texas cloverleaf.
Converse locks the cloverleaf in.
I've seen him use this before.
Kandrack will need to make the save here. Coach is not prepared to take a lot of abuse.
No, Coach will tap out at a moment's notice, I'm sure. Here comes Kandrack.
Kandrack waited for Converse to look away from the corner and struck violently, as he has struck time after time in this contest.
He keeps finding himself in the right place at the right time, and that's the All-Stars MO.
Well, for that figure 4 leg lock is the coach, and he's got it.
Got it in deep.
Well, as we pointed out earlier in the broadcast, years ago, Coach was thought of as one of the best technical wrestlers in CWF Mid-Atlantic.
Absolutely.
That was before 16 or 17 concussions and his hospital sheet reading mental jello on it.
Yeah. But I know what a great wrestler he is. He's one of the men that trained me years ago. I know what kind of experience he has.
Do you think he would claim you as a trainee if we asked him?
He's come around. If you'd asked him 4 years ago, no.
Very good, very good.
And Ric trying to turn this over.
Converse does have it reversed. Pressure is on the legs of Gemini.
Gemini trying to reach out and tag.
Kandrack got the arm extended, but Coach maybe just playing too far away. And again, I don't know if I've ever seen one man be as effective in a single match as Ray Kandrack has been in this 4-on-4 elimination match that has now dwindled down to 2-on-1.
That MVP moniker is incredibly accurate. He's been in the right place.
Drop kick, Coach sends into Kandrack. That head of Kandrack is hard. Coach is on Dream Street. Whoa.
Richter scale.
He's got the Coach. Kandrack went off the apron. This is a big opportunity for Kandrack not to make the save. Converse got him. We're down to 1-on-1. Big opportunity that Converse took advantage of because Kandrack was not there to make the save.
No, he did the right thing. He knocked him off the apron. But Kandrack, you have to say, he's got the upper hand right now by far. And this is something Ray Kandrack has been looking for, to take out a top dog like Ric Converse.
Coach is trying to get back up. He's completely bewildered. Officials are dragging the Coach out.
He doesn't get to stand manage?
First time, I believe, that these two have ever locked up. Kandrack and Converse.
I believe you're right.
On opposing sides of this 4-on-4, it is down to the Assassin and the 6-time Mid-Atlantic champ.
The franchise of CWF Mid-Atlantic, Ric Converse, and he might be facing his toughest foe yet right now.
You and me 1-on-1, Ric.
What can Ric do? Ray Kandrack is like a tank. He's impenetrable.
Converse fires away twice.
Ray Kandrack getting angry.
Oh!
Like I said, like a tank. You can't pierce that armor.
His arms say no retreat, no surrender. And as he just told our crowd, all it takes is one shot to fall a normal man. But this 6-time champion may not be a normal man. Converse looking for something sky high. He got the big man down.
And that's the break he needed. Now, does he try to regroup or does he go for a cover?
You got to go for the cover and hope for the best.
Absolutely. Does he know where he is right now?
Kandrack is just so big and so mean and so strong.
And he has such a thick trunk, it's hard to get him out.
Oh, goons are out. Wait, Xsiris! Here comes Xsiris with the Goon Squad. Steve Greene is out.
Man, we got a fight on the outside now.
We absolutely do. Refs are going to the outside. Fight on the floor. The Goon Squad, I gotta think, was coming to make the save. Oh God! Oh God! Boom! He got Converse with the ray gun.
But Red Jones is focused on the fight on the floor.
Officials and security. Wait.
Brad
Attitude is back out.
Coach put the knucks in his tights, if you recall.
Boom! He just got Kandrack with the knucks. Wait a minute, Red Jones did not see it. Hold on here. Hold on. And the Dynasty wins it.
I can't believe that.
With the brass knucks, the Dynasty has won it. Coach Gemini gave them the gun that they used to shoot the All-Stars with.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
28 minutes, 33 seconds, your winners, the Dynasty!
In 7 falls, Ric Converse is the sole survivor, and the Dynasty stand tall. The balance of power shifts to the Dynasty. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us tonight. We will be back November the 16th for Ultimate Survivor. Please check CWF247.com and Facebook.com/CWF Mid-Atlantic for all the information. Follow us on Twitter at CWF Mid-Atlantic. The Dynasty stands tall as promised. Good night.
This is for you, Jimmy Helms.
So this thing we started back in what, 2003? Is that right? There might have been times over the years where some of us would disappear, maybe some of us wouldn't be here for a while. Maybe we even fought each other a time or two. It happens. But when it all comes down to it, these three guys are my best friends. They've always had my back when it counted, and they were here tonight and they had my back. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you guys, always. Thank the crew back there. Rick, put a giant scar on my forehead. I'll never be able to forget that. Steve, me and you teamed a lot. X, me and you have put up and down. I just want to thank you guys. You guys are definitely my best friends. That's why I keep coming back here even when I went other places. I just want to thank everybody. This night means a lot to me. Thank you, Pops, for always being there. Always being there for us. You're in this group with us. You might as well be in here too. Here you go.
This is my 99th retirement match. That's a shoot. I know one thing tomorrow. I hope nobody calls me with another idea of another match. Hey, 6 months from now, you know I'm gonna call you. I know somebody's gonna have an idea, but I plan on getting my 20 pounds back, drinking some beer, and getting all the strippers and Asian girls rubbing my neck. I love you guys. Blah!
My entire CWF career belongs to these three guys. Because everybody knows I live in Roanoke, Virginia, and it was a complete accident that I came down to my first CWF show. And I met Steve, Rick, and Brad. The very next weekend, I moved to Greensboro, and the four of us have been together ever since. But the real thing goes to Steve Greene, because everybody in that back and everyone out here bleeds and sweats for this business. But there's not many that are forced to retire with a serious injury and come back to back the rest of us in this room.
Thank you, guys.
You still got it.
No, I don't.